How about in the AFC? Let's go to Lamar Jackson because you're a big fan, as are we, by the way. And I don't know, if maybe he was just waiting for the Kyler deal to get done so that there would be a little bit more study of the market. What's the market going to do? What's the expectation? Because he does rep himself. Who knows if a deal will get done or not? Last year, a lot of adversity with COVID and injuries, and now lose Hollywood Brown. What do you expect out of Lamar? And are they in the running, you think, of the AFC? The Bengals are in there, obviously right next to him. The Bills are the favorites for, I think, the entire NFL. The Chiefs still exist. Matt Ryan came to Indianapolis. Everybody can suck it. Yeah. And Mike Vrabel is still the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. What do you think of the AFC, and what do you think about Lamar Jackson's bounce back year after last year maybe didn't work out perfectly for them?
Yeah, I can give you 8 legitimate teams in that conference that are real Super Bowl contenders. 8, which is obviously half the conference, which is insane. I would tell you this in regards to Lamar in Baltimore. They were, through week 12 last year or week 13, were the number 1 seed in the AFC, and he was the MVP of the National Football League. And that was with historic injury loss on their football team. So to think that they aren't going to be equally as good or as dangerous as anybody in the AFC, and he's not going to be in the MVP conversation is outrageous. I think Lamar is going to come into this year and have a giant middle finger up to prove a lot of people who have said a lot of stuff about him this offseason incorrectly. I think they're going to go back to a little bit of that 2018-2019 offense with multiple tight ends and be less dependent on the wide receivers. And I think, when I think of Lamar, I think of 2 things, Pat. When he sat down, I think it was on LeBron's show, he said he's motivated by 2 things. He wants to win a Super Bowl, and he wants to be a billionaire. And I think that he doesn't feel that he is capable of becoming that billionaire right now until he goes and wins a Super Bowl. Because once he does that, he goes to say, you got to pay me $400 million. So I think that's just where he is. I think he's a crazy, confident kid.
As he should be. You think that because remember, in high school, he was doing what he's doing, and they're like, yeah, but we'll work college. Louisville is the team that's like, we think it will work here. Then it does, obviously, has great success, and everybody's like, who's your agent? Me and my mom are going to handle it or whatever. They're giving you bad advice. You should be a wide receiver. You should be a slot wide receiver. You should work out at wide receiver. Nope, I'm a quarterback. You won't be able to do what you did at Louisville. Okay, Louisville. You won't be able to do what you did at Louisville in the men's league. That's not how it goes. Everybody's fast. Then he gets in the league. Same exact fucking thing. Mm-hmm. His entire life, he's been able to shake the shit out of whoever. And I think he should be crazy confident. You think that he's being patient with the contract because if he wins again, if they already won a playoff game, right? He's won an MVP. They've won a playoff game. If they continue to take the step, the value only goes up, and he's just betting on himself, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would imagine he's sitting there going, back to my initial point of, dude, we were the 1 seed last year with 4 or 5 games to go with all those injuries. If our team stays healthy, there's nobody in the NFL that we can't beat. And I think that's the way he's looking at it, is going, look how good we were with all the bad stuff. And I think if they stay healthy and he plays remotely close to the way he did with the supporting cast around him, they very much so can win the whole thing. I think they're that good. I think he's that talented, and I think he's that competitive.
So 250 M's guaranteed. It's easy. It's an easy deal. Just give me $250 million guaranteed. I'll go win a Super Bowl if you need it.